Hey everybody, and welcome to CGN's Marvel Monday. For the next couple weeks, and maybe even the next couple months, Josh and I are going to be focusing some of our content every Monday on Marvel Crisis Protocol. This week, Josh and I are starting a multi-series project based off of an idea that Josh had, which is to make a bookshelf, display case, travel case for Marvel Crisis Protocol. We both thought that it was such an awesome idea, we have to bring it into the world. And what better way to do that than take you through every step of the process. So the first video is going to be us working out the actual design, how it's gonna look, how it's gonna function, and then we are going to prototype, build, paint, and make this whole thing over the course of probably, I don't know, we'll see. 5 to 7 videos. So I hope you enjoy episode 1 of our Marvel Crisis Protocol bookshelf, display shelf, carry case.
Gotta get my glove on. Look at how cool it is.
Is that so that you can accidentally touch the screen without touching the screen?
Yeah.
Hey Josh.
What's up, Aaron?
So we came up with this cool idea of taking a gaming/display tray and turning it into a shelf that you can easily remove from the wall, that will be easily transportable in your vehicle, and will also look cool.
Yes. There's so many ways we could go about it, but I want to kind of clue you in on my view of what we should be looking at doing. I don't know. I mean, you can see my screen. Is it all right if I draw some stuff out?
Yeah, I think that would be super helpful actually if you draw some stuff out. So we are going to start designing this together. We have this rough concept. I'm going to take whatever we designed together here, and then I'm going to translate it into Illustrator so that I can laser cut a prototype, essentially.
I've been thinking about it. I got a couple ideas. So let's just say we've got a shelf. This is like a normal shelf on your wall, right?
Yep.
All right. So the shelf that I want to do is going to be a couple of, what I want to do is have it basically a tier thing. So we might have this come out to like here. And so what you could do here is, I'm thinking that you could have models here. This is way too big. These would be larger. But I want to do here is basically have some design elements built in to the back. So what I was thinking of is that we could do for the display version of it, we could actually have cutouts from the MDF into buildings, backgrounds, whatever, and then we would have one MDF piece that's a little bit larger that would we could have somebody post like a space scene or a city scene that's just like a printed on the back of the piece of wood. These being MDF, we could just print directly, I'm assuming, with like a vinyl printer or something onto these wood pieces, or we could make them plain and let somebody paint them to match whatever they want. So if they already have existing terrain or something.
Well, let's talk about dimensions. Let's start with dimensions. So when I was thinking curve, when I was thinking step, I was literally thinking of the height of the curve that's on the model's base.
Yeah, I'm gonna just delete this real quick.
I have the GW tray next to me.
That's gigantic. I mean, it's great for like a 40K type of army, but I don't know if you can see the shelves in my background. They're like 3.5 inches wide, and they're like a foot long.
Right.
I would like to see about a foot long, but maybe 6 inches deep.
Okay.
To save on space and make it easy to display, and then also display on the wall, where if you have something that big hanging off the wall, that's
way, I agree, it's way too big, because like my normal shelves are 8 inches deep.
Let's say that this is 8 inches from here to here. All right, and then I want the next piece. I want a little bit of height to it, and then I'll talk about why I want some height to it. So this next piece would be like 4 inches. All right, maybe a little bit bigger to accommodate whatever we have in the back for those inserts that we're going to be possibly doing. You know, if we decide to go with inserts. How thick is it? How thick is that shelf behind you over there?
Less, probably 3/4 of an inch.
So something about that thick, but also where we can still add that magnet topper or whatever on it, just so it's a magnetic top.
Right.
Now
So
that
so the laser cut is going to cut at like either 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch, right? So if you wanted it a 1/2 inch, it would be a lip, and then it would, you know, it's like this is how thick.
Okay.
Right. Here's snippers for your reference.
So it would be like this thin with a lip like this then.
Right.
Kind of going around.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine, especially if we're using an insert.
Probably do that out of the 1/4 inch, you know, material, and then I would do a tab and slot design, and then we could set into that a magnetic stuff that you like.
This part up top here, right? This part is going to have all the places to put your models.
By the way, this piece right here, this is exactly 12 by 6.
Yeah, that's exactly the size we want to do. Yeah, that's like perfect because you need 10 guys. Try to fit 10 guys on that.
One has the bigger base, but listen, if you got MODOK, Hulk, and Thanos, like this ain't gonna work because this is 6 by 12.
Yeah, I see. So we would probably want to do that 8 by 12 then.
Yeah, that would give it an extra 2 inches.
Okay.
So like here's 5 on 5.
Yeah, that's really perfect. Yeah, I think that looks great. It's small enough to be portable.
So we're talking 8 inches deep, 3/4 of an inch to an inch tall. Could you mark that on the front? 3/4 of an inch to an inch tall. And then the back would be either 1.5 or 2 inches tall.
Okay, so actually I want to build this up to be like a little bit of a box.
Okay.
And here's why. So we can have this part be that flat sheet with the raised edges, right? Like you're.
Oh, you want that to have I get it. You want that to open up so that you can put your cards and your tokens and everything in templates. Yes. Okay, I gotcha. So how tall does that box need to be? All right, so I grabbed the stuff that needs to go in the box. So I can make a laser cut thing. So like inside of that box, we could lift the lid up, and then in it, you're gonna need this many tokens. You're gonna need your scoreboard. You're gonna need the templates, and then we're gonna need 10 character cards. And the character cards are 4.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long. So our box is already too small. I think the box is gonna have to be 5 inches wide.
We could do that easy. So this would be 8 still. So this is gonna be 3 inches long though. Which still could accommodate big base people.
Then inside of that, I have the 5-inch thing.
How long is that?
That's what I wanted to check. It's 10 inches.
We were talking about doing a foot, so that still works.
So actually, really quickly, because this piece of wood that I'm working with is 6 by 12. All right, so I can fit the full set of distance markers. Wow, that's really close.
All right, we are going to have a lip here to here, correct? So you said that this is going to have a lip, so it's going to have that hollow piece.
Yeah.
All right. Can we design it so that it's only slightly below, and then we have more hollow storage space underneath? It's a flat bottom.
We could. I mean, here's what I wanted to show you.
Yeah, so that could all fit in this bottom piece right here.
And then this is 5 inches. It could just be a drawer in the back. I should be able to design a holder for the 5-inch, the 4, the 3, the 2, and the movement stuff in 5 by 12. So
maybe a slide out drawer that could be right here underneath.
Yeah. and then you need to put in, and then you can just have a hollow space that you could put in your cards and your tokens with a lid that comes off. Now the question is, do you want it to have the top come off where you have your miniatures on it, or do you want a door that opens in the back? Like, do you want 2 drawers essentially?
So I think we could go either way.
The easiest thing to do would be 1 drawer in the back where you slide your templates out, and then you just like bloop, you slide this out, you put it on your table, on your game table, and then you put your templates back in it, and then when you're done with the game, you slide it back in. And then it'd be the easiest would be just a box where the top that's both the display is also the lid, and so you'd lift that up. So if this is the top of the box with the models on it, you lift that up, everything's magnetized, and then you have a hollow cavity that should be, even with the drawer, big enough for all of your tokens and the expanding number of tokens, your 2 decks, and your 10 cards. Now, whether or not we can design that so that they perfectly fit like a bento box is something that I'd have to research, or if it's just an open compartment.
Yeah, I think the open compartment's kind of funny. What would be really cool, if you look at the board again, right? So I'm just going to redraw this part here. So this is the 5x3 box, right?
Are you doing a top down?
No, this is a side view still. So
okay.
It's exactly here to here, right?
Right.
And we were talking about having this back piece be something where we could put decorative stuff in it, right? How funny would it be to actually also include like a dice roller that could come out the side over here later on?
I mean, I could like. I feel like that background thing. That is an easy add-on. It would just be right, exactly. So again, these are 6 inches, not 5 inches, but it would just be something like, boop.
Yep.
The question remains. So like, if this is our tray, how much of a lip do we need? Do you see where my finger is? Like, we probably need a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of a lip. So I would say that the actual thing from bottom to top at the back is 5.5 inches, because that way you have a 1/2 inch lip that goes all the way around. And then my question is, if you're looking at it from the front, so let's just do a front view really quick.
Okay. So
all right. So there's the front view.
Yes.
So on that second level, that front piece.
Yes.
What goes there? Is it just how do we make that decorative?
I was assuming that we could maybe do a city, like maybe like sewers, like it's a sub level.
Okay.
Like maybe with grates, like that.
Yep.
Maybe with a tube or something, and then this could be the street level.
And do they see into the box, or
no? They're just burned on the outside. This is where the groove system would be. So if you could imagine like a couple buildings or maybe like a tree, this would just all be in the same groove, right?
Yep.
And then the big one in the back would be the big scene. So when you would put this either on the table or on your wall, it would look really cool. Like this is a full like a cutout of like a city.
Yep. So we're gonna have a secret drawer in the back that has all the templates. The top of the second level is going to come off so that we can have access to the compartment. The compartment needs to be big enough for all of the stuff that you carry with the game. We're gonna have inlays both on the top floor and the bottom floor in order to put the miniatures, and then we're going to have like a sub-level sewer sort of thing in between, which makes perfect sense.
And then now here we can also do like the person's name or put MCP or like whatever we want on this outside thing too.
Now, how does it attach to the wall?
Yeah, that's the good part. The part we got to think about.
I have an idea for this if you just want to hear me out. 2 right angle cross pieces that get screwed to your wall that have corresponding neodymium magnets on the top that attach to the bottom, and so you just lift it off and then you put it back down
like this.
Exactly like that, just 2 of them.
So it would look like this on your wall with the stinky magnets.
Yes, with stinky neodymium magnets. The way that I was thinking about it, there would be a solid piece for the bottom. Okay? That's the full bottom, right? Yep. Then we're going to go in 5 inches and we're going to go up like that. And then we're going to have a separate box like this. And there would be a drawer here. Okay? And the magnets would fit down here. Then there would be a lip. That's our lip. So if there was a model, right, its feet would be kind of below. Here's our happy model. Okay, and its base would be here. And there'd be a lip. Down here, we would also have a lip. Boing, boing. And there would be another insert in here so that the magnets fit there. And then obviously you have your background here.
Yeah, flop over to mine real quick.
So essentially, I'm thinking about it like 2 separate boxes. A front box and a back box.
Yeah, this front box is just basically going to be the lip in this. You're going to make the drawer be very small, very low to this point, right?
I'm going to make the drawer as thin as possible to just hold your templates nicely.
If we really want to make this truly a tournament box and display shelf,
I don't think that there's a problem getting that stuff into the box if it's a completely open box. If we want to talk about custom inserts into the box that perfectly fit your cards and your decks and whatnot and make it like null it the F out and make it super crazy, we can do that. But right now, it's a 4-inch deep, 5-inch wide, 12-inch long box.
Those cards,
yes.
How big are they? So we basically will have a perfect fit for the cards here on this side.
We'll have a perfect fit for the cards. This is 10 cards in their sleeves. Okay?
Yes.
It is just over, it's about 1.5 inches thick.
What I'm thinking is maybe put a one wall here.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe put like a ribbon across the bottom so that you can put the cards on top of the ribbon and then pull the ribbon.
I mean, there might even be enough space for me to make a box to put the cards in. So there's a box and a box, and the box has little tabs that you could lift up.
Yeah.
There might be enough space to do that.
One thing we'll just have to watch out for is how structurally sound it is.
Let me mock up this design, okay, and cut it, and get the drawer mechanics all figured out. And then once we have that open cavity, I can literally start putting stuff in it and sending you pictures, and maybe we can even do it, live, and figure out whether or not we want to design something more specific.
Fair enough.
Process started, and I will make a prototype off of these pictures.
Okay, sounds good. Instead of 5.5 inches here, because that's pretty big, pretty tall, maybe 4.5 is still doable and still containing everything we need to do. One additional thing I want to be able to fit in the box, okay, is I want to have foot pedestals for when you take it to a tournament. And I want to have a neodymium magnet that fits in this little circle. So it would be recessed a little bit like this. That makes sense? So there'd be a magnet here. And then it would go to where these magnets attach on the shelf.
Oh, so, feet. You want feet.
Exactly. I want feet that we can. Yes.
No, that sounds awesome. I think we got a really good start. Send me these drawings, and then I am going to mock something up in Illustrator.
All right. Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.